benefit of shikimic acid. I had major requests from my subscribers and asking me, Maria, what is this acid? In the last little while, there's been like a huge influx or huge interest in knowing more about the benefits on how to extract and where to find this specific acid. This tutorial is not to deny or to support, but to explore the benefits of these specific foods that contains this acid, and how we can protect ourselves by ingesting these antioxidants. And I will also give you some supplements that is very strong, how to stimulate your antioxidants from within. Studies have shown that even though you have been vaccinated, and I'm not pro or against, whatever you decide, you're an adult, at some point we will have, and we have, these COVID variants that can be passed on to other people even though you have been vaccinated. So what can we do? We must get our immune system strong so we can fight it. So very quickly, if this is your first time on this channel, on my channel, my name is Maria and welcome to Aglaia Aesthetics Online, where I share and teach everything to do with health and wellness and beauty care in a balanced way. And you are very welcome to agree or disagree with me, please, respectfully. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider it. Click the notification bell, subscribe, so you will not miss any of my tutorials. So let's go back to shikimic acid. What it does is stops the spike protein transmission. It offers a solution to stop the vascular damage and is possibly an antidote against the effects of this COVID vaccine transmission. Now, nothing is 100%, but this is all natural. So for me, it's really good news. So the shikimic acid, you can find them in pine needles, and we'll talk about it more in detail later. Anise seeds, star anise, fennel seeds, which they're all an anti-thrombogenic. Anti-thrombogenic, so that's like a hard word for me. Effects of shikimic acid means it helps to stop or slow down the blood clots. So pine, let's discuss a little bit about pine. I don't have any pine here, but if you're near a forest, you can get the pine, and you can put it in hot water, or I prefer to cut it up into, chop it up, put it into boiling water, let it steep for 15 minutes, and then you can start to drink it. By steeping it, it releases the shikimic acid. It is a very refreshing, some people don't like it, but it's very tasty, and it is also has rich compounds that links to better health. It supports the health of your body. Pine needles have been used by many herbalists and our natives and native people for centuries. It has medicinal properties, which includes anti-inflammatory, pain reliever, antimicrobial, decongestant, and also an explorative. So it opens up. Pine needles are rich in polyphenols, like so many other potent medical plants. Like pine needles contains I don't remember, called I think it's flavonoids, which are known to benefit our health. study shows that pine needles contain a pannine, which aids in memory, that we all need it, alleviates in anxiety. And guess what? Anxiety, depression is such a big thing nowadays, especially with all the things that are happening around us. Pine needle tea contains antioxidants, which helps our body to deal with oxidative stress, which affects the protein and the DNA in a ways that may contribute to chronic disease, fatigue, cancer, inflammation conditions such as arthritis. So let me talk a little bit about NRF2. But what does it do? NRF2 slows down and then neutralizes the oxidative stress in our body. As we grow older, we get more stress, and we do not have our body to be able to fight this free radical damage. So the NRF2, what it does, it helps the body to produce additional antioxidants. And these antioxidants is our body producing. Yes, you can eat your blueberries, your berries, your blackberries, and all the foods and everything that I'm showing you here today. But NRF2 is the supplement that I would encourage everybody to take it. I will have the link below, so please research it. If you need additional information, please let me know by communicating below or even on Instagram. Use that. The next one is Anise and Start, and this is another incredible seed. Again, steep it, and you will have, if your water is 70 degrees Celsius, I'm not sure about Fahrenheit, but it's 70 degrees Celsius, and you let it steep. Anise seed, and it's like this. Okay, they're very little. Now, the Anise Star is different, and a lot of times people get confused. And let me get it. Let me put this down. Anise Star. Okay, I'll have it right here. So it is different, and the interesting part that a lot of times the packaging of the and I have it here, the packaging of the anise seed has the Anise Star on it, and it's very confusing because if you look at the Anise Star inside those seeds, hopefully you can see that they're shiny, they're larger. Can you see that? So they're really different. So what is in here is not this. Steep it for again 10 to 15 minutes, or the way I like to do it is to use my espresso machine. Water, and you put it up to that little knob, and you put this center here, and you'll put about a tablespoon of anise seeds. Now these ones here is really hard to put them in here. I like to steep these ones, so I will use mix fennel seeds, and I will talk about it in a second about fennel seeds, and the anise seeds. I close it, and you perk it just like coffee, and it tastes amazing. The thing is that the anise seed comes from the Mediterranean land, so Europe. The star anise is used mainly as a spice, but it's also known to have numerous important health benefits. The star-shaped anise belongs to a plant native to China. Health benefits of star anise is an antioxidant, so if you can make it as a tea and drink it throughout the day, or if you have maybe in the evening, that is an amazing antioxidant that you can take it in daily. And it's very high in vitamin C. The reason why we need antioxidants in the body is to protect our cellular damage. And you can do it with foods, you can do it with NRF2. And what it does, it helps us from the free radicals and the toxins in our environment. What kind of toxins are we talking here? Well, our food that we eat, the stress that we're going through, especially now that we have all these unknowns, that is, believe it or not, very, very stressful to all of us. Another thing that this star anise, and this is so cute. Let me pick it up. The star anise is good for you. It's also very good for if you have candida. And a lot of people will say, well, candida, it's a mainly women's issue. No, it can be on men and women. And candida albicans is a fungus. And it could be found in your throat, mouth, intestines. So if you have intimacy with somebody that has a candida albicans, well, you can get it too. It has also antibacterial properties, and so of course, if you're able to fight the antibacterial, so your body can fight all the bacteria, then you will not need as much of the prescribed antibiotics. The more you take antibiotics, the weaker your gut, and then you take antibiotics and you destroy all your microbiome, and I do have a tutorial on that. And the microbiome is it's almost like the second brain, your gut. So if that is imbalanced, well, this will become unbalanced too. Star anise is also really amazing. Again, it's not only that, it's the shikimic acid that it's in this when you draw it out. And it helps you with influenza, which is a virus, rheumatism, your joints when you're like really in pain. This also improves your digestion. Wow, it's incredible. Digestive, if you have abdominal cramps, indigestion, bloating, constipation, anything else? I think it's so amazing, and so it treats all the different kinds of digestive problems. So consider of having it, drinking it like after your meal. So wait a little while, don't drink and eat at the same time, because if you drink while you're eating your meals, you will dilute your digestive juices. Sleeping disorders, according to traditional use, do take this at nighttime, just before you go to bed, maybe half hour, just as a routine. And so you could use the star anise or the anise seeds. Make it a tea before you go to bed, and that will help you to relax. And I like to do it as a routine. So sometimes I will use anise seeds, sometimes I will take my star anise, and the next one is your fennel seeds. The fennel seeds also, it helps you to, you can extract the shikimic acid. Okay. So again, they're a little bit larger. This one here also helps you to help you for a peaceful sleep. It boosts the metabolism. It also helps you with your digestive system. Instead of taking medications like Tums or those chemicals, and they're very bad for your stomach. So if you're getting into a habit, again, this you can steep it. So you can put it into these little things here, and or you can put it into your little espresso machine, and you can draw out your shikimic acid. It also helps you with constipation, and so it is a good idea to add on to your foods. If heart diseases runs in your family, it is something that you are concerned about, yes, you need to start eating fennel seeds. And although there's fennel plants, they're actually quite yummy to eat. So fennel is a heart healthy food that helps maintain your level of cholesterol, your bad LDL cholesterol, under control. Bad cholesterol is associated with increased risk or the development of arteriosclerosis, and it could be fatal, and you can get a stroke. Now, not everybody, but our diets are so bad, the majority of us. So if we can start drinking this tea, it will help you greatly to reduce the bad cholesterol. Fennel seed is also rich in fiber, so it will help you with elimination, and it's recommended by a lot of dietitians so that they will encourage you to eat more fennel or to create yourself some teas. It does regulate your blood pressure. And we know that blood pressure is associated with heart attacks and strokes and arteriosclerosis. So why not, if you don't like the taste, just take it as medicine. And it is so good for you. Many people don't want to take medications to reduce or take blood pressures medication, but I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. You talk to your healthcare provider and ask her or him if he suggests that you can control your blood pressure, your cholesterol, and all that with natural remedies. And most likely he will say yes, or maybe in conjunction to fight, to protect you to prevent cancer. There's so many bad foods that are for cancer that will stimulate cancer. Well, we have seeds here that will help you to prevent or slow down cancer. Scientists have shown that extracts from fennel seeds can inhibit tumors or can slow down the tumor development. These seeds are rich of flavonoids, phenols, and alkaloids, so they're incredible seeds. In addition, nutritionists and health providers recommend that people undergoing chemotherapy add more fennel to their diet to protect their body from the effects of the treatment. And to add to that, I also advise NRF2, brain booster. Fennel is high in potassium, which is this is what brain needs for brain conduction. And so it is when I take it, it really gives me a feeling of wellness. Potassium is known to support the overall brain function and cognitive function. If you have a job that requires for you to focus, for instance, you should include the tea. I know a lot of people have a tendency to drink coffee. Go get yourself a bag of fennel seeds, one of these. I am sure that you can find some boiling water and just drink this. It has a vasodilation property, and the fennel also promotes the blood flow to the brain. Wow, which helps with the function of the brain. It's incredible. Another thing that it does, we're talking about fennel seeds, it helps you with menstrual cramps. And I know that a lot of women do not want to take medication. A couple of days before your periods, start drinking the fennel tea, and it will naturally ward off or reduce the pain of menstrual cramps. The fennel tea also enhances your skin health, and I am in the aesthetics, and I do believe that facial muscle exercising and microneedling and all good skincare, and I have a link below, it's all good, very good. But fennel tea also is very rich in vitamin C. Again, it's an antioxidant. Fennel supports your skin health by reducing the damage of the UVR. So yes, you can apply your SPF, and I do have I don't really agree really high SPF, so 15 SPF is good. Then apply a good skincare. I do believe in mineral makeup, because mineral makeup is natural, and also it has an SPF of 20, approximately 20 to 25, depending which skincare. So yes, link below on a good SPF. Vitamin C is also helps you with the synthesis or the production of collagen. So by including these nutrients, your skin will be more elastic, firmer, and you can add microneedling once a month, and that is from the outside. So you want to work from the outside and the inside. Guess what? When you do the synergy of internal and external, you will see amazing results.
Yes.
Fennel seed also supports your bone health, and many researchers are excited about fennel's bone enhancement or enhancing properties. Even though it is not particularly high in calcium, which supports bone health, it has enough to make it helpful alternative to dairy products. What makes it so helpful for the bones is because it contains phosphorus and other nutrients that the body needs to promote outstanding bone health. Allergenists recommend fennel to seasonal allergy sufferers because it has a natural decongestant property, which makes you or helps you to breathe easier. So provide relief if you suffer from cough due to a cold. Fennel, as a natural expectorant, can cut through the mucus and the phlegm associated with bronchial condition to provide that much needed relief. So it's all good. Get into the habit of drinking this tea. It also promotes weight loss. Fennel is very high in fiber. So I'm not saying like as a tea. Now you have to put it into the food, and so it's a very low in calories. You can put it into salads, into stews, and it does help with elimination. After you eat a meal that contains fennel, you may be less likely to want to snack on foods that could throw you off your diet. How much seeds can I take daily? That's a question that I get a lot. So if you're taking like a teaspoon a day, that is more than plenty. Or you can put it into your salad. That is a teaspoon a day. That's very little. Sometimes consuming high potassium foods such as fennel, you have to take it in moderation if you're taking those beta blockers. So if you're taking beta blockers, please ask your doctor if you can take fennel seeds. High level of potassium in the body can pose a serious risk to people with kidney disease or kidney damage. So, or if your kidney is not functioning properly. Damaged kidney may be unable to filter the excess potassium from the blood. So it could be fatal. So again, if you have kidney problems or if you're taking beta blockers, do get your doctor's permission first. So if everything is okay and your body doesn't have any of those diseases or disorders, I would say 2 or 3 cups, and my cups are a little larger, okay? 2 or 3 cups of these per day. It takes you away from snacking again and eating junk food. It is also good for diabetes. It's good for a lot of stuff. Fennel is very high in vitamin C, and it really is packed. And so it really helps to reduce the blood sugar, especially for the type 2 diabetes. Now, I'm not saying if you're diabetic, stay away from your insulin, but a lot of times you can control your diabetes with food. Does fennel seeds have side effects? Well, if you're taking too much, you might cause the risk of bleeding or bruising. So be very careful. If you bruise very easily, go get something from your doctor. It has if you have a hormone sensitive condition, like uterine cancer, ovarian cancer, or endometriosis, fibroids, fennel might act like an estrogen. So again, do get your doctor to tell you yay or nay. So these are some of the precautions that you need to know. So again, the precaution is moderation. So it doesn't mean because it has all these benefits you're going to keep on drinking like 10 cups of fennel tea. So in moderation, because fennel has a strong estrogenic property, and it's very similar to hormone, your estrogen, and so a little bit is good, too much is not. So please be very careful. If you have difficulties in breastfeeding, I think if you have 1 or 2 cups of fennel tea, that will help you to produce more milk for your baby. If you're drinking this tea and you feel like you have difficulties in breathing, or you have a tightness in your chest or throat, or chest pains, or you feel like vomiting, nausea, you get hives or rashes, itchiness on your skin, so you need to be really aware. If you're getting some side effects, that means no. Okay? However, if you know the seeds and it shows that it has medicinal property, when used, must be done with knowledge and understanding. What do you think, Charlie? Well, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I am very happy that you hang out with me, and I was able to share with you the benefits of pine needles, anise seeds, star seeds, and fennel. They are amazing. Give me a thumbs up. Give me questions down below. And if you have any questions, additional questions, you can reach me on Instagram. Again, this is Maria, and I will talk with you very, very soon. Take care.